All right, folks, welcome back. I'm Jake Ellenbogen, and today we're going to be talking about the Rams roster locks. So these are guys that I basically don't see any way they miss the roster based on what we have seen. It's not going to be a 53-man roster projection. That will be in a separate video, but this is just essentially the locks for this roster. And I'll let you know how many spots I think are up for grabs. So before we dive into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan, including Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Kick, and Twitch. And also, just want to let you guys know that today's sponsor is SeatGeek. Today's sponsor is SeatGeek, so shout out to them. Football season is right around the corner, and if you haven't gotten your Rams tickets already, or any other tickets for that matter, you'll want to check them out because, of course, they are today's sponsor. SeatGeek has over 28 million downloads and is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. I have used SeatGeek in the past to score tickets to some rock shows. As you guys know, I love my rock music, and will be doing so this fall. SeatGeek has your back with their rating system. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or to let you know if you're overpaying. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket you buy on SeatGeek is backed by their buyer guarantee. And you know, I came through for you guys. You knew I would. You can use the code Ellenbogen. That's just my last name. And if you don't know how to spell it, it's literally below this video. ELLENBOGEN for $20 off your tickets, your first purchase with promo code Ellenbogen. You can get $20 off at SeatGeek. So make sure you click the link in the description and download the app. Have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. And again, thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring today's video. All right, so looking at the quarterbacks, they're all locks except for Dresser Wynn. Matthew Stafford, no doubt about it, he is going to be on the roster, obviously. Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster. Regardless of all these different trade rumors people want to throw out there, they're not trading Jimmy Garoppolo. And then Stetson Bennett, he's just made it too hard to not keep him. He was kept last year. Obviously, Garoppolo was suspended the first 2 games, so it wasn't surprising that they kept Bennett, but it was surprising after those 2 games. But it really showed me something. He's been through a lot. They have not given up on him, and they're being rewarded as such. Bennett just had a 300-plus yard game and 3 touchdowns in preseason. They like him a lot. They have told us all off year that this guy is getting better and better and better, and we're now seeing it. So he's not going anywhere. Running backs. There's only 3 locks here. It's Williams, it's Corum, and it's Hunter, okay? I know some people want Cody Schrader to be a lock. He is not. He's just simply not. He's on the bubble. He was in my last video, and I like him a lot. He's not a guarantee to make the 53 just because he finished on the 53 last year. I only have 5 wide receivers as locks, and none of them are Konate Mumfield. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, Jordan Whittington, and Xavier Smith, who's done a really nice job. Obviously, we know what he can add on the special teams, but he's done a really nice job on the offense. And this is somebody that can make plays after the catch. He is a bit of a gadget guy. I think he's actually really shot up the roster ranks, and now he is a guarantee, in my opinion, to make the team. As far as tight ends, I have all 4 of them. I mean, Redmond is the only one that's not, and he might get on the practice squad. But Tyler Higbee, Terrence Ferguson, regardless if he plays in preseason or not, Colby Parkinson, and Davis Allen, they are going to be locks to make this team. I know Davis Allen is getting reps and everything. I just don't see them cutting Davis Allen. It's good to have 4 tight ends. They told us how much they value, or at least that's what we were told, how much they value the 12 personnel and how much more they want to use it. You don't use 12 personnel and not keep 4 tight ends. So Allen will make this team, I have no doubt. As far as offensive line, I have 9. Now, understand this. I'm going to preface with this. I don't think Alec Jackson's going to make this team because I think Alec Jackson is going to be on the physically unable to perform list. So, obviously, they paid him. He's going to be their left tackle when he's healthy. but I don't think they're going to rush him. I think he's going to miss the first 4 weeks, and then he'll be back for week 5. DJ Humphries will be your left tackle. Steve Avila will be left guard. Coleman Shelton will be your center. Dotson will be your right guard. And then, of course, Havenstein will be your right tackle. Limmer has played a decent amount. Didn't look great yesterday. Bo Limmer will make this roster. I have no doubt. Warren McClendon didn't play in the first game, played in the second game. Still think he, no doubt, will be making the roster. David Questenberry. I understand a lot of people don't think he's going to make the team. I do. He's a lock, and my last lock here is Willie Lampkin IV. We've seen players like this before. If you make too much noise, it's really hard to justify cutting you, because I just have to keep you on the roster for a week, and then things will happen. The way the news cycle works in the NFL is I can cut you and put you right on the practice squad if need be. The reality is you're less likely to do that on cut day. Teams are looking. This guy is fresh in your mind. But if you cut Willie Lampkin and you want to bring him on the practice squad, you do that week 6, you're more likely to get him back than you are right after the cut down day. So to be fair, I don't think they're cutting him at all. And I think he's a lock to make this team. That might sound ballsy, might seem like, oh, that's just what you want. No, I actually don't see a way that they don't keep him. He's exactly the embodiment of what they want Rams to be. This is a guy that absolutely Sean McVay should be all over, and we know he likes him a lot. Willie Lampkin IV will make this team, okay? They might end up cutting somebody you didn't expect to do it, but he will be on this 53, I have no doubt. And then at defensive line, I've said it for a while. I had them keeping 5. I'm leaning towards Desjuan Johnson being that 6th. But I only think 5 are locks, okay? Kobe Turner, Poona Ford, Braden Fisk, Tyler Davis, and Ty Hamilton. Ty Hamilton is a draft pick from this draft. Pretty high. They traded a 4th rounder in 2026 to move up and get him. He's not going anywhere. So we'll see what ends up happening with Desjuan Johnson. We'll see what ends up happening with Larry Murchison. But for now, I have 5 locks at defensive line. And I only have 4 locks on the outside linebacker room. Jared Verse, obviously. Byron Young, obviously. Josiah Stewart didn't even play in the second game. And then Keir Thomas. And I understand some people will be like, I don't know if Keir Thomas should be considered a lock. He's played in preseason. No, he is. He is. His body of work in the postseason told you that, hey, this guy out of FSU, this undrafted rookie free agent that they've developed on the practice squad for a couple of years now, he is starting to really come into his own. He's a good pass rusher. We already knew he could stop the run. Absolutely love what I've seen from Keir Thomas throughout his whole, 10 years of Ram. He's not going anywhere. Lock him in. Inside linebacker, I wish I could say 5. I can't. I'm going to say 4. Nate Landman, Omar Speights, Troy Reeder, and Chris Paul Jr. And I don't want to see in the comments section, Jake, why do you keep peddling Troy Reeder? I'm not. I'm just telling you how it is. Troy Reeder has not played in preseason. There is one chance here, and obviously you know what I would do. I would cut Troy Reeder and sign him to the practice squad. There you go. There's your depth. You can elevate him every single week, for 3 weeks, and then sign him to the roster if you have to. But I would not keep Sean Dolak off this roster, me personally. However, what I think the Rams are going to do is they are going to keep Troy Reeder, and they are going to potentially cut Sean Dolak. I am about 50-50 on him. I'm leaning towards they're going to keep him, and honestly, I do think they're going to keep him, but there's part of me that also thinks that they might think that he could clear waivers, and I don't necessarily think that. So that's what I have there. 4 locks at inside linebacker, and then 4 at cornerback. Now, I think A.J. Green will be the 5th cornerback, but I'm not locking A.J. Green in. So I have Akello Witherspoon, Darius Williams, Kobe Durant, and Emmanuel Forbes Jr., who, if he was ever in jeopardy of not making this team, well, it was proven last night when he didn't suit up that he's going to. So obviously they love top 4. I think they keep 1 or 2 more, and if they do, that'll be A.J. Green and or Josh Wallace. And Josh Wallace, they'll call him a corner, but really he's a defensive back safety. As far as safeties, I only have 4 guaranteed. I have Cam Curl, I have Quentin Lake, Cam Kinchins, and Jalen McCullough, a.k.a. Tank. So that is that. And then special teams, I have 3, obviously all of the special teams units. So if you were doing the math, and I understand if you weren't, That is 48 out of 53. That means there's only 5 spots remaining based on my locks. Alec Jackson's on the PUP list, so at some point you will have to make room for him, but in my opinion, he's not already, but I think he's going to be placed there. You'll have to make room for him when the time comes, but when the time comes, that's going to be week 5, right? You don't have to do it now. So that's why I think Alec Jackson's going to go on the PUP list. This is not a 53-man roster projection, by the way, so make that very, very clear. And this, again, is what I believe is happening and how I believe you should be looking at the locks, not necessarily what I would do. Because Troy Reeder, I like him. I've said that, but I'm not peddling him. I would put him on the practice squad and have that depth. I wouldn't be rushing to make sure he makes this 53 because honestly, he took away, you saw last year, he took away opportunities from Omar Spates, and then you saw Spates really come into his own when Troy Reeder went down, and I think he made his first start against the Eagles. So not really a big fan of relying on these like veterans that are kind of like borderline good, not great, or even in this case, average over young, talented, flashy players. That's just me. I mean, for the most part, I like all these locks, right? This is my gut. I feel really good about keeping every single one of these players. It's just, I think Troy Reeder over Sean Dolak it's a decision that I think the Rams are going to choose to make in some capacity, whether it's Reeder on the depth chart or, Reeder goes on the practice squad and Sean Dolak is inactive on game days and Reeder actually is elevated. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm just telling you that's what I think is going to happen. Everyone else I do really agree with. I don't understand why people don't think Quesenberry is going to make the team. And look, I understand some people are going to say, what about Konate Mumfield? I don't think he's done enough to be a guarantee. I think he had a good camp, and preseason he hasn't done enough where the Rams are like, they're not put in a situation like Lance McCutcheon where he's just balling out in preseason, and it's like, well, we got to keep him now because you're not going to be able to slide him on the practice squad. Teams are paying attention, So that's how I look at it. But those are my locks. That's it. You will see what ends up happening. Again, there's one more preseason week, and then we're on to football. So I'm really excited for that. Really excited for that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below if I have anybody on the lock list that you disagree with, that you actually like, that you do agree with, anybody that I'm missing. Let me know in the comment section below. But I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys take care. All right, guys. So once again, just want to let you guys know that you can check out my new side project, The Lounge. I interview athletes, musicians, actors, actresses, all the nine. So definitely check it out over on the Lounge with Jake Ellenbogen channel. Be sure to subscribe and enjoy. In case you guys haven't noticed, I do have a Discord channel for my community on this channel. And if you want to be a part of it, it is free. The link is in the description below. You can sign up. This is basically a 24/7 Rams channel, and we are almost at 1,100 members. So if you want to be a part of it, just hit the link in the description below.